I'll tell you about this lipstick later. This was an accident, but I am loving the color. Okay, guys. Okay. So, this video is another Libra segment. And it actually includes Tamar. But I'm saying it's a Libra segment because I'm going to be talking about Toni Braxton. And y'all know Toni Braxton is a Libra. She is another one of my Libra sisters. And let me say this. Okay. It has came out, and that MTO.com reported that it came out a few months ago that there was a domestic dispute between Tamar and Vince a few months ago in their home in California. Now, well, Toni Braxton was present, and if you all have watched any of my other videos, you know that, I said that on the show, Toni Braxton pretty much was like, Tamar, don't nobody want your man. You think everybody wants that man, but nobody wants him but you. And one of my subbies told me that it was because, Tamar felt such insecurities with Vince because she felt like because Toni and Vince used to mess with each other back in the day. Now, I haven't heard anything to confirm it, but I do indeed remember when Toni Braxton was being managed by Vince, and she eventually let him go because I believe it was a conflict of interest in more ways than one. Being that, speaking specifically about the domestic violence with Vince and Tamar. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about domestic violence because Tamar had specifically said, I don't have the paper in front of me, but, she was in a hospital recently. I think it was September 23rd, and she released a Instagram message where she was saying, this is not my boyfriend. This is not a living lover. This is not my baby daddy. This is my husband. And when it comes down to domestic violence, I have no judgment for anyone in regards to domestic violence because it's so many reasons behind people's movements and the things that they do. Sometimes I may poke fun at a person for what they do and the choices they make, but I've never been in a physically abusive relationship. I have been in an emotionally abusive relationship before. But to me, they're one and the same. It's just that you don't have scars. But anyway, going back to the situation with Toni Braxton, her being at the home when that situation happened. Okay, they got into an altercation in front of Toni. And Toni being the big sister that she is, me being a big sister Libra of 3 younger siblings, I would have done the same thing. Toni Braxton called the police, and when the police got there, Vince was not arrested because there were no physical signs of abuse. And if the abused is saying, okay, no, nothing happened, then okay, what's going to happen? Okay, no one of the two said that they were actually abused. It was a third party that said, okay, there's some abuse going on. But if I was Toni Braxton, I would have done the same thing. And I'm sure that Toni Braxton knows that that is their dynamic, that they do indeed have a physical relationship. And it is coming out. And I mean, eventually things like that come out. Excuse me, guys. The ambulance is coming. And indeed things like that do come out. But Tamartians, I know y'all like to come over here, to my channel and try to get me together as much as you can. But when it comes down to y'all princess, because you know I call y'all children of the corn. When it comes to Tamar in this regard, I agree 100% with her. This is not her boyfriend. This is not her baby daddy. This is her husband. And the way she chooses to handle it is how she chooses to handle it. That's something that they need to fix amongst themselves. I'm not mad at Toni for calling the police, because I would do the same thing, because my feelings would be like, oh, you're not finna whoop my sister in front of me. You know, either two things going to happen. Either we're going to whoop your ASS together, or the police going to have to come and intervene, because you're not finna beat on my goddamn sister. That's not about to happen. No ham, no ma'am, no peanut butter and jelly. That's not going to happen. But that's something that they have to fix. Tamar, by the things that she say, she's not okay with it. I don't think no person that is getting abused is okay with it. She's saying that this is my marriage and this is what I'm dealing with. And, you know I'm in the public eye. I know I'm a celebrity, but these are my choices and this is what I choose to deal with. And I want my family. So everybody else, y'all are on the outside, and this is what we do. So I did feel like Tamar was in it just for the money. But I'm starting not to feel that way anymore, because I'm starting to feel like it's more than that. Because if it was just about the money, for real, you guys, she could leave. I mean, she could leave. She could divorce him and get custody of Logan and just get paid. I mean, they've been together long enough. It's been 13 years. And also the other sisters have expressed their concern. I think it was it Trina and Tawanda? Excuse me, guys. They've expressed their concern about the domestic violence between Tamar and Vince. But, Trina, she has her own issues. Supposedly she's back with Gabe. And that is indeed emotional abuse. And just like, Tamar has her concerns about Trina and Gabe, they have their concerns about Tamar and Vince. So, and I wasn't surprised that Trina got back with Gabe, because they are back together. And she said, I remember that from the last episode that, the last season, I heard grumblings that Trina was going to the therapist and she was saying how she missed her husband. And see, that's her. I'm a Libra, y'all. I empathize with love. I'm not saying it's okay to be in a relationship where a man is cheating all over you or beating all over you. I'm just saying that that's their love, and people will leave their relationships in due time when it's good for them. So, but Tamar gives Trina the business about Gabe, and I think that's inappropriate. But, I mean, it seems like they've been having a physical relationship for a while, and the sisters are happy with the fact that, it's starting to come out, that their physical dynamic is coming out, so they're happy about that. But I think it's a bit of judgment within all the sisters, but I'm just glad that, they're being supportive of her, and, but they're not like putting all the business out there, because Toni didn't say, okay, I was there and I called the police. It was something that was released from a friend of a friend of a friend. So, but even though it didn't come from Toni's mouth, I can indeed believe it, because where there's smoke, there's fire. So, guys, that's all I have to say about Tamar. And, show her a little mercy in regards to, her decisions with her marriage. Now, just to close up with this lip, guys, I put on first Jeffree Star and Nicole. And I thought I put the lipstick or the lip, I forget what they call it, but the lip whatever in my purse. I thought I put the Anna Nicole in my purse, and I was chewing on something and it started messing up. So then I pulled out what I thought was in my purse, which was red rum. It ended up being red rum and not Anna Nicole. And I started putting it on my lip. I said, Lord Jesus, this ain't the daggone same color. But when I put the red rum on top of the Anna Nicole, oh my gosh, I love this color, guys. Anyway, guys, give me a thumbs up. And remember, the same people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. YouTubers, let's be good to each other.